You can hear me. Can you hear me now? Bet you couldn't hear me. I was saying I'm surprised there hasn't been more Christmas movies on. I might be surprised at the top 10. And what do you think of the new Star Wars movie? Let me know for next week. I've heard some bad things, some negative things about it, like too much CGI, that it sucked. But then I also heard that it was really, really good. So let me know what you thought about it if you go see it. We'll talk about that next Friday. Excuse me. Okay. First, we'll start at the bottom. And I was talking about the, Clint Eastwood movie, Richard Jewell. I think it might have done better if it had opened after the holidays. It still might jump up there then, because all the other things going on. You got, Star Wars came out, Knives Out, Frozen 2, so you had all these things coming out. Hard to compete with that. Okay, the number 10 movie for the week, 21 Bridges. Critics say it covers its beat competently enough, but given its impressive cast, this cop thriller should be more arresting than it is. 51% tomato meter. Ouch! But 91% of the audience liked it. This is 21 Bridges. And it follows an embattled NYPD detective who is threatened to a citywide manhunt for a pair of cop killers after uncovering a massive and unexpected conspiracy. As the night unfolds, lines become blurred on who is pursuing and who is in pursuit of him. When the search intensifies, extreme measures are taken to prevent the killers from escaping Manhattan as the authorities close all 21 bridges to prevent any exit or entry. You have Chadwick Boseman, of course, Sienna Miller, Stephen James, Keith David, Taylor Kitsch, J.K. Simmons. So yes, an impressive cast with that. Absolutely. So, 21 Bridges. Dark Waters is number 9 this week. Very high scores on both ends. Tomato meter 91, audience 95. And the critics say Dark Waters powerfully relays a real-life tale of infuriating malfeasance, honoring the victims, and laying blame squarely at the feet of the perpetrators, y'all. This movie has Mark Ruffalo in it. I mean, what could be bad about it, right? This is inspired by a shocking true story. A tenacious attorney uncovers a dark secret that connects a growing number of unexplained deaths due to one of the world's largest corporations. In the process, he risks everything, his future, his family, his own life, to expose the truth. Mark Ruffalo, Anne Hathaway, Tim Robbins, Bill Camp, Victor Garber, Mary Winningham. Nice cast, and it's highly rated. It's number 9 this week. Number 8, it was probably up there a few weeks ago, I don't know, or maybe it should have came out during Christmas, the holidays when the kids are off. It's called A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, of course. 95% tomato meter, 91% audience. So again, it's up there, on both ends. Critics say, much like the beloved TV personality that inspired it, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood offers a powerfully affecting message about acceptance and understanding. Okay. It's a timely story of kindness, triumphing over cynicism, based on the true story of real-life friendship between Fred Rogers and journalist Tom Junot. After a jaded magazine writer is assigned a profile of Fred Rogers, he overcomes his skepticism, learning about empathy, kindness, and decency from America's most beloved neighbor. And of course, we all know who plays Fred Rogers. Tom Hanks, of course. Excuse me. Matthew Reese as Lloyd. Chris Cooper, Marianne Plunkett, Enrico Colanatoni. Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood with Mr. Tom Hanks. What movie isn't good with him in it, honestly? Number 7, Queen and Slim. Interesting. Actually, well-liked, 82% tomato meter, 92% audience. And the critics have this to say. Stylish, provocative, and powerful. Queen and Slim tells a gripping fugitive story steeped in timely, thoughtful subtext. Well, okay. Well, on a forgettable first date together in Ohio. Go Ohio. I mean, there's been a lot of movies about Ohio. You got all the Scream movies. It's pretty good. Anyway, first date together in Ohio, black man and a black woman in her first starring feature film role, Jodie Turner-Smith. They're pulled over for a minor traffic infraction. The situation escalates with sudden and tragic results when the man kills a police officer in self-defense. Terrified and fear for their lives, the man, a retail employee, and the woman, a criminal defense lawyer, are forced to go on the run. But the incident is captured on video and goes viral, and the couple unwittingly become a symbol of trauma, terror, grief, and pain for people across the country. Daniel Kaluuya, of course, he was in Get Out. Jodie Turner-Smith, Bokeem Woodbine, Flea, Sturgill Simpson. Queen and Slim. Okay, number 6, which I'm surprised, but might be good. I don't know. Ford versus Ferrari, of course. Actually, it's way up there with the audience, 98%, 92% tomato meter, and the critics have to say it delivers all the polished auto action audiences will expect, and it balances it with enough gripping human drama to satisfy non-racing enthusiasts. So, all right, sounds good. Academy Award winners, Matt Damon and Christian Bale. It's based on the remarkable true story of the visionary American car designer Carroll Shelby and the fearless British-born driver Ken Miles, who together battle corporate interference, the laws of physics, and their own personal demons to build a revolutionary race car for the Ford Motor Company and take on the dominating race cars of Enzo Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in France in 1966. Of course, Matt Damon, Christian Bale. Oh, Christian Bale's awesome. John Barenthal, yeah, he's been busy. Tracy Letts, Josh Lucas. Ford versus Ferrari. Number 5, I opened last weekend. Black Christmas. Ooh, bad scores all the way around. 39% tomato meter, 30% audience. Ouch. Now, don't go by these numbers yet because they are really low. I don't think enough of them have voted in yet. So, anyway, better than the 2006 remake, yet not as sharp as the original. This Black Christmas stabs at timely feminist themes, but mostly hits on familiar pulp. Yeah, I was hoping it'd be a lot better. But anyway, of course, Hawthorne College is quieting down for the holidays. But as Riley Stone and her new Kappa Epsilon sisters, athlete Marty, Rebel, and Foodie, Jesse, prepare to deck the halls with a series of seasonal parties. The Black Mass Slasher stalks and begins killing sorority women one by one. So body count rises. Riley and her squad. Hi! Glad you stopped by. Glad you stopped by, honey. Thank you. Yep, I'll see you in a while here, about half an hour. Oh, glad to see you, honey. Oh, yeah, I guess I would be too. Go to bed. Thank you for stopping in, honey. Glad to see you. So, yeah, go. 5:30 in the morning. Oh, I'd be like out. I'd have taken a nap by now, though, too, so. That's me. Okay. Oh, glad you did. Glad you did. Go to bed. Okay, anyway, there are guys that are going around. Okay, excellent. All right, can't wait. I think we've all been a little ragged getting ready for the holidays here, seriously. Yeah, I'll bet. Getting ready for Christmas. Can't wait till next week. All right, thank you, honey, for stopping by. Much appreciative. Much. Thank you, honey, for stopping by. Very good. Yeah, get some rest. I think we're all a little rattled because of the holidays. We're trying to get so much done. Anyway, this stalker is killing everybody. Riley and her squad start to question whether they can trust any man, including Marty's beta male boyfriend, Nate. Riley's new crush, Landon, or even esteemed classics instructor, Professor Gelson. Whoever the killer is, he's about to discover this generation's young women aren't about to be anybody's victims. You know, that's the same old. Oh my gosh! You have a lot going on. Another one? Wow, you have a lot to get ready for, as usual. Wow. Imogene Poots is Riley. Lily Donahue as Marty. Brittany O'Grady, Jesse. Simon Mead as Nate. That's crazy. Christmas and then a wedding? Woo! Wow. Oh! Okay. Wow. You have a lot. Sorry, I'm typing here. Because I can't type and talk at the same time. Because I'll write. Did you ever do that? I'll type what I'm saying. This stupid thing. Gosh, you have so much going on again. Number 4, Richard Jewell. Like I said, I think this movie would have done better. It will do better after the holidays, only because people are going to see Frozen 2 and all that stuff. So, with the kids, and of course, Christmas break is coming. So, anyway, Tomato Meter only gave it 73%, but the audience that has gone has given it 96%. Wow. And critics say it simplifies the real-life events that it inspired it, yet still proves that Clint Eastwood remains a skilled filmmaker of admirable economy. Yes, Clint Eastwood is he is so awesome. Now, this is about the true events. Richard Jewell is the story of what happens when what is reported as fact obscures the truth. There is a bomb in Centennial Park. You have 30 minutes. The world is first introduced to Richard Jewell as a security guard who reports finding the device at the 1996 Atlanta bombing. His report making him a hero whose swift action saved countless lives. But within days, law enforcement wannabes become the FBI's number one suspect. Verified by press and public alike, his life ripped apart. Reaching out to an independent anti-establishment attorney, Watson Bryant, Jewell staunchly professes his innocence. But Bryant finds out he is out of his depth as he fights the combined powers of the FBI, GBI, and ABD to clear his client's name, while keeping Richard from trusting the very people trying to destroy him. Sam Rockwell as Bryant, Kathy Bates as Bobby Jewell, John Harmon, Tom Shaw, Olivia Wilde as Kathy Scruggs, Paul Walter Hauser as Richard Jewell. So, might be an interesting see, maybe after the holidays. Number 3, of course, this has been out for a while, so it's still in the top. Knives Out, my number 1 priority on my list. 97% tomato meter, 92% audience, of course. And as critics say, it sharpens old murder mystery tropes with a keenly assembled suspense outing that makes brilliant use of writer-director Rian Johnson's stellar ensemble. The cast is just amazing. And I do want to see this. But I have not had the time, that is for sure. An acclaimed writer and director, Rian Johnson, who directed and wrote Brick, Looper, Star Wars, The Last Jedi. She pays tribute to mystery mastermind Agatha Christie in Knives Out, a fun modern-day murder mystery where everyone is a suspect. When renowned crime novelist Tyler Thrombey is found dead at his estate just after his 85th birthday, the inquisitive and debonair detective Benoit Blanc, Daniel Craig, is mysteriously enlisted to investigate. From Harlan's dysfunctional family to his devoted staff, he sifts through a web of red herrings and self-serving lies to uncover the truth behind Harlan's untimely death. With an all-star ensemble cast, Knives Out is a witty and stylish whodunit guaranteed to keep audience guessing until the very end. Of course, this cast is just, I cannot wait to see this. I hope right after the holidays I am going. Daniel Craig, of course, as Benoit Blanc. Chris Evans as Ransom. Jamie Lee Curtis as Linda Robinson. Michael Sheen and Walt Thrombey. Don Johnson. Toni Collette is in here. It's just insane. The cast is so great, so great. Of course, number 2, guess what? Frozen 2. My granddaughter doesn't even want to see it, and I don't blame her. I don't either. But for the kids that love it, there you go. 77% tomato meter, but who cares what they say, right? 92% of the audience loved it. But the critics say it can't quite recapture the show-stopping feel of its predecessor, but it remains a dazzling adventure into the unknown. Okay. And, of course, I was also born with magical powers. The answer is calling her and threatening her kingdom. Together with Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven, she'll set out on a dangerous but remarkable journey. In Frozen, Elsa feared her powers were too much for the world. In Frozen 2, she must hope they are enough. Christian Bell, of course, is Anna. Idina Menzel as Elsa. Josh Gad as Olaf. Jonathan Groff as Kristoff. Sterling K. Brown. And Evan Rachel Wood. Frozen 2. There you go. I don't know if y'all seen it. If anybody has, let me know what you thought about that too. The number 1 movie this past week. Okay, of course. Jumanji, The Next Level. This is number 2 on my list to go see. Knives Out is first. Excuse me. And of course, y'all know everybody probably went out and got it too when it came out. So there you go. 71% tomato meter. 87% of this audience liked it so far. I mean, we have a lot more people probably to vote on this. So anyway, of course, like many classic games, Jumanji: The Next Level retains core components of what came before, while adding enough fresh bits to keep things playable. Of course, okay. Jumanji, the first movie, was totally awesome. I laughed my ass off. It was great. Jumanji: The Next Level, the gang is back, but the game has changed. As they return to Jumanji to rescue one of their own, they discover that nothing as they expect. The players will have to break parts unknown and unexplored, from the arid deserts to the snowy mountains, in order to escape the world's most dangerous game. And of course, the cast is back: Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan, Nick Jonas, Awkwafina Esme. So Jumanji: The Next Level. Definitely want to see that. So those are your top 10 movies of the week. And of course, opening this week in theaters, the number 1 movie is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. And we're only giving this movie a 7% rating. Cats is opening this weekend. Also, only a 19%. And of course, we all know what 86% so far of the audience, and that was with the first showing, wasn't it last night, I believe? So, so far so good with the audience anyway. Rey's journey continues, and the Skywalker saga concludes in Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker. Yes, Carrie Fisher, of course, which is so sad. Mark Hamill, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac. So, let me know what you think of this, okay? If you go see this, I want to know what you thought. And anybody seeing Cats, too. That looks really interesting. A lot of big names in that one. But you can message me through KBLP LLC, the Facebook page. You can get me on KBLP LLC4 on YouTube. But go ahead, and because I want these questions answered next week. I'm going to see what you think. Cats. This looks really interesting. Judi Dench, James Corden. Only 65, but again, it just came out last night. I think the first showing. And it's basically about it's a most unexpected film adaptation of Andrew Lloyd Webber's beloved smash musical Cats, and the poems from Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats by T.S. Eliot. It brings astonishing new technology to transform his cast members. The epic will be produced by Hooper and Working Titles, Tim Biven. Yeah. Cats received its world premiere at New York London Theatre in 1981, where it played for 21 record-breaking years and almost 9,000 performances. So, we shall see. It looks pretty good. I mean, I liked how they, dressed him up. So, we shall see. Yeah, James Corden, Judi Dench, Idris Elba, Jennifer Hudson, Ian McKellen, Rebel Wilson. I mean, it's a cast of many, for sure. So, Bombshell also open with Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman. And this is about, based on the real scandal, Bombshell is a revealing look inside the most powerful and controversial media empire of all time, Fox News, and the explosive story of the woman who brought down the infamous man who created it. Bombshell. Hate Among Us, of course. She's Missing, and Da Bong 3, An Invisible Life, opened this weekend. So, let me know what you saw. Of course, coming soon to theaters, Spies in Disguise. It opens Christmas Day. Little Women. Leave the classics alone, please, okay? Did anybody see the Fox's original Christmas Carol last night? I thought it was pretty amazing. I think that was kind of more like it was than the originals. But I asked you earlier what your favorite Christmas movie was. We're going to answer that in a minute. These movies are coming out next week. Uncut Gems, Adam Sandler, Julia Fox. 1917, okay. Just Mercy, that looked interesting. Jamie Foxx, Michael B. Jordan. The Grudge, January 3rd, that I will go see. The Informer. There is one I want to see. It's called The Turning, and that comes in January, and that isn't listed yet. So we shall see. I want to see that, The Turning. I've seen the trailers for it. Looks really good. So the biggest one on this list is basically Spies in Disguise. It's for kids, of course, so that'll be pretty big. Just Mercy, Informer, Underwater. That's the next week. Looking into some more of these as the weeks go on. Bad Boys for Life, of course, in January. Oh, yeah. Bad Boys. Can't wait to see that. Love those guys. They are great. I also want to see Doolittle. I love Robert Downey Jr. I think he has come so far. And that really looks good. Antonio Banderas, he's freaking hilarious. I think it's going to be a good movie. Oh, there it is, The Turning. This is the end of January. And, I'll go through this again because I want to see. This is about, it says, for more than 100 years, a deeply haunting tale has been passed down to terrify audiences. The Turning takes us to a mysterious estate in the Maine countryside where newly appointed nanny Kate is charged with the care of her two disturbed orphans, Flora and Miles, of course. Quickly, though, she discovers both the children and the house are harboring dark secrets, and things may not be as they appear. So I'm excited to see that. It looks really good. So we have The Turning, Birds of Prey coming out in February. So we'll go into those a little bit more. But there's a few movies coming out that I think are going to be worth a see. Okay, so what's the top DVD and streaming? Of course, Joker is. Joaquin Phoenix. Robert De Niro. Now, all I've seen is nothing but praise on this movie, but I've also heard that it wasn't as good as they're making it out to be. It's supposed to be Film of the Year, Actor of the Year. If you have seen this movie, let me know. I want to know what y'all think about this movie, once and for all. So that's the top DVD and streaming. Lucy in the Sky, The Aeronauts, The Two Popes, Judy, In Fabric, Rabid, I See You, Ad Astra. That was supposed to be the movie of the year also. I don't know. Freaks, Abominable, Daniel Isn't Real, Buttons, A Christmas Tale, Downtown Abbey, of course, The Irishman, Ready or Not. I did see Ready or Not. It was okay. It had its funny parts. It's like, are you serious? But it was, your typical slasher movie type thing. But it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. I'm glad I didn't pay for it in the theater, so let's put it that way. Okay, so those are your top streaming DVDs. New releases coming out. New releases, of course, yeah. The Joker was this week. Coming soon to DVD, Gemini Man, Addams Family, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, Zombieland Double Tap. If you have not seen that movie, you really need to see it. I loved it. It was great. So those are coming soon. So that settles that. Okay. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I was I thought I was really surprised that there wasn't more Christmas movies on it. Of course, Hallmark remember running it since freaking July. I didn't even watch Hallmark. It's the same story, different setting. Anyway, I'm talking about, It's a Wonderful Life. Little Shop Around the Corner. The original Miracle on 34th Street, which I think was on. Of course, they've been playing the hell out of the National Lampoon movies. Of course, Christmas is great. As you know, Christmas or the Cranks, of course, is great. But I want to see more Christmas Carol movies. I want to see more of those. I love any version of a Christmas Carol. George C. Scott's version was amazing. I loved it. Especially the third ghost. Okay, the one last night. The FX's original Christmas Carol. It was amazing. I thought they really did a good job on it. It's a different way of going about telling the story, but I think it did just as well. There was a little more to it, and it went a little different way, so it wasn't too bad. Interesting to say the least. So if you have seen it or it's going to be an encore. I'm not sure either. Christmas Eve, I think it is. So check it out if you get a chance. But where's all the Christmas movies? The Bishop's Wife. All these Christmas movies out there. How about Holiday Inn, White Christmas? I love White Christmas. I think that's been out really late twice. I just, I want to see the Christmas movies. I don't want to wait till the last minute. But I love any version of A Christmas Carol. I think the actors are, Alistair Sims is hilarious. Especially, when she's screaming, oh my God, you're nuts. But I just love all of them. I just think it's Christmas. So, and of course, I watch all the animated versions, Year Without a Santa Claus and the Miser Brothers, and I got Snow Miser and Heat Miser, of course. I love those characters. I'm a big kid, so I'll watch it all. So, anyway, let me know what you think, about the Joker, Star Wars, and do you think we could have done a little more Christmas good movies? I mean, if I see Fred Claus one more time, I'm going to put something through the TV. It's just, enough with that. Just some better Christmas movies. I have them out there, they just haven't played them yet. I'm hoping they start this weekend, so keep your fingers crossed. What are your favorite, let me know what your favorite Christmas songs are. Let me know what your favorite presents are. And next Friday, we'll see what people think of Star Wars. In the Joker, I want to know about that because by good authority, I heard it was not the greatest. So I don't know. Okay, that about does it for me tonight because coming up next is Freaks in the Basement with our own biggest freak, Chris Stevens. Join me tomorrow night for Encounters of the Strange Kind. We will get into that. Sunday, I think I'm going to do some Christmas music just so y'all can relax and listen to some great. And yes, I will play Baby It's Cold Outside. Whatever to them. And the radio stations have been playing that, by the way. So it's, these do-gooders out there, turn the channel, don't listen to it if you don't want to. So anyway, you guys stay safe out there, don't drink and drive. I know it's big party weekend, Christmas parties going on the past couple weeks. Don't drink and drive, please. Call Uber, Lyft, a taxi, a friend. Stay where you're at. Give up your keys. Whatever you need to do, just don't do it, okay? The weather's going to be, not too much of a factor, so, just stay safe. Thank God the weather's not going to be pretty bad. Enjoy, everybody. I hope you're all ready. Myself, I'm doing my Christmas cookies now, so anyway, have a great, fantastic weekend. Hopefully, you don't have to, get into the mad rushes. You can stay home like me. Well, not home, but anyway, I don't have to go out. So, have a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and I will see you tomorrow night. Don't go away. Freaks in the Basement is up next. Have a good weekend, y'all. Peace out, y'all.